All right, what's up, y'all? So I'm gonna do this video really quick. I just finished my makeup video and I was telling you guys how things have just been like crazy, and I had started saying I didn't want to blame it on like going into the end of the year and like the holiday season and this, that, and the third, but my sister had basically mentioned something to me and I felt it coming, but I feel like it came a lot. I maybe her mentioning to me was the confirmation. So a lot has transpired the last few months. I think since the last time I did my video, letting you guys know that I wasn't doing YouTube anymore. And I didn't want to do YouTube anymore because I was looking at it like, of course it's an outlet, but another source of income. And you don't always want to go into it the forefront like about the money aspect, but if you have good content, of course the money's gonna come. So the issue that I was having was that I'm not gonna get on here and be like selling my soul out just to produce content. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, everybody and their mama does that nowadays, and I'm just not doing that. Like, I can't get with it. Like, that's what a lot of these kids, mainly like younger generation kids, is doing nowadays, and I just can't get with it. Even some adults say like they just doing too much, and I just can't get with it. So I wanted to be myself. Yeah, outside of this, I got like 2 or 3 bags full of stuff that I got like mainly over the summer, and I had the stuff just sitting there. Hold on, let me block y'all. I have this stuff just sitting there. Like, I'll dibble and dabble in it if I'm going to wear something or use something, but then I'll put it back because I've been having like this hope that I'm going to do a video, but then I don't get around to doing the video. So I'm going to tell you why I haven't been getting around to doing a video. Some of the main reasons was because like I have been so like consumed with work. Not per se like I'm into work, like, you know, one of those people where like work takes over my life and stuff like that, but I have just been so consumed with working my schedule of 9 to 5:30 that, and on top of that, it's like I have to get up early, one, because to send mainly my son. The girls are fine, but my son, put him on the bus. Like, I get up like 6:45 every day, y'all. Put my son on the bus, and then I work in a location that typically takes 20 minutes to get there, but because on the beltway is so much traffic, it takes me like 45 minutes to an hour to get there, because you just don't know if it's gonna be an accident or what. So that's been taking a toll on me, outside of my regular 8-hour workday. You know, getting up so early and, you know, like signing up to go somewhere an hour, not an hour in traffic, but, you know, away, and then work my whole day, and then when I get off, it takes me almost an hour to get home because of the same thing, rush hour traffic. So that had been like really consuming my life the last few months, to the point that, you know, you guys know during that time I had started working out and everything, and I haven't worked out in like 2 months. However, I still have been holding my weight loss. Like, I haven't gained that much weight back. Every now and then the scale will say I gained 1 or 2 pounds, but that's normal. So yeah, but I'm gonna get back into that, working out soon. Like, mainly like after I'm starting a challenge with some women at church on the 1st. But yeah, I'm gonna get back into working out because I don't want to lose my progress. But anyway, so yeah, it had been so bad that when I got off of work, that I didn't even want to like go to the gym downstairs in my building anymore. Like, it's just like when the work day was over, I was just ready to go home. Like, that's how I've been feeling lately. So I don't really want to sit here and complain about work, because work is work. But with any situation, it all leads back to me. You know, you're gonna run into these crazy people. You're gonna run into this, that, and the third. You're just gonna run into dealing with all different types of people. Not everybody is saved out here in this world. So you dealing with the world every day. You're dealing with soulless people out here in the world. So yeah, that's a challenge in itself. But when it starts to come back around and put me back into this space that I'm trying to maneuver, like I don't want to be in, or trying to maneuver through, that's what's been really like weighing on me again. As far as how I've been feeling the last few months, what boiled down to what my sister told me yesterday, you know, everything was going okay at work, but then it started to get really hectic. Like I'm talking about like just people being people, and like I said, you know that things like that is going to happen, but I know how I respond or how I react or how I handle certain things. And I'm the type of person that knows that yes, people are going to be people, but I'm the type of person that is not going to deal with that. And a few things have happened to the point where it's just like, I'd be like, this is, a lot of y'all know, this is my favorite emoji. I tell my family this all the time, this one. I feel like that all day long. And I shouldn't have to feel like that. I'm gone so much throughout the day that when I get home, I'm so exhausted mentally, sometimes physically, that I don't want to do anything else. And I'm not able to pour into the things that I want to do outside of work. And I still have been working on writing my second book. I dibble and dabble into that. And I have these goals where it's just like, okay, I know I didn't want to do YouTube anymore, but maybe a video now, every now and then I could do that. Like I've been feeling like that lately. And my business ventures have been on the back of my mind, like, don't give up on that, don't give up on that. Like something in the back of my mind is just like, don't give up, you know? But on the forefront, it's just my routine. So when I was telling my sister about it last night, like, you know, I took off. It's Thanksgiving weekend, and I just went ahead and took off the rest of this weekend, so I don't have to go back to work until Monday. Like I needed time to myself. Like I know myself. I know when I'm getting mentally overwhelmed, and I can notice when it's starting to pour out physically. So I'm just like venting to my sister, and I'm telling her everything, and she's just like, you know, the last few times you came in and vented to me about like work or whatever, I didn't really want to say anything, but I think it's time for you to transition, and whether that be like working somewhere else or doing something else, because this is not it anymore. And I'm just like, it's so funny that you say that or confirm that, because when I first got this job, I was so grateful, because you guys know I had been at home for the summer after leaving another toxic environment. Like I was at that job for like 4.5 years, and I had known them since I was like 20. I had worked there in the past. So that job ran its course. Like I was able to get through my divorce and to transition into being a single mom. But you know, when I started feeling overwhelmed again, it was just kind of like, or feeling like I was going, the same feelings, internal feelings like that I was feeling and going through my divorce. It was like, it's time to go. So I was at home living off my savings for like the whole summer. And that's a funny situation in itself. Like money is not everything to me, but I feel like I do need a little bit of it to survive. That's how I feel about money. It shouldn't be, I don't want to be a millionaire or anything, but you need it to survive. Like you need a little bit lingering around or whatever to survive. So I know it's kind of weird to just cash out your like savings, retirement, whatever you want to call it, but I needed it to survive in that moment, because my health was more important than staying somewhere that was going to do more mental and physical damage to me than, you know, being at home in a safe place with my children while I'm trying to figure it out, you know? So money gone, it is what it is. Every day that I have breath, I have the opportunity to start all over and save again. So that's how I feel about that. I found this job that I'm at now, and when I got the job, I was so grateful, because I was getting ready to start getting behind on bills, and I didn't want that to happen. I told myself going into the situation that I'm only going to be here for 1 year. Like, and it wasn't like a selfish comment or me being big-headed or anything. Naturally, something in me was like, I only give myself a year here. Like, I'm not going to dedicate my life to being here for 5 or 10 years. Like, I just knew that off the bat. And I wasn't trying to be like selfish or big-headed or anything about it when I told myself that. So fast forward to today, I've been there for a year and a month, and I started feeling it, y'all. I started feeling the weight. Like, it was a few things that has been going on there, or just dealing with the type of people that I'm working with and dealing with. It's one of those situations where you go to work, you try to keep your composure, and you do what you got to do, but then when it's time to go, it's time to go, you know? And I'm starting to feel the weight. Like, I'm worth so much more than this. There are other things that I want to do, and I'm not throwing no shade to anybody by making this comment, but society is so different now, y'all. Like, back in the day, our elders, they will work jobs for 10, 20, 30 years. It's not like that no more, y'all. Like, we don't live in the times where it's like that anymore. I was surprised and proud of myself that I almost was at my old job for 5 years. Like, seriously. I've never worked anywhere that long. The longest I've worked places was maybe like 2 years. Never like almost 5. So in this generation, like, it just doesn't work like that. People are moving around and shifting all the time and doing different things. And I'm just like, I don't see myself being here that long. I got other things I need to do. Like, I have other goals and ambitions. I don't know if God will allow it in my plan, because he's the one that knows my plan. But I just know that I'm worth more than just settling for a 9 to 5:30. You know, like, a 9 to 5:30 is just to cut me a check to pay my bills. But I have other things and other goals, you know, things that I want to do. I have other areas that I'm talented at, and I just don't want it to go to waste because I'm stuck at some miserable 9 to 5 where people are just miserable. You know, like, that's just me. That's how I am. Like, I'll deal with things for a moment, but once I start to feel it, y'all, it's just like how I'm cringing right now. Like, it's like an itch. It's like I felt it coming. Like, it's time to probably look for something else, like another source of paying bills, but possibly like a more reasonable schedule or something. Like, it's time to go, y'all. Like, that's where your girl is at now. So, because, yeah, it's starting to affect me mentally and physically now. So I sat down and I did a video doing my makeup today. I was in a very common place, and I think it's because I know that I have 3 more days off of work before I have to go back, you know, to working or just in that environment. And I really wanted to take time to, like, really get my mind right and refocus and regroup. Before all of that, refocus and regroup, and I had to get it off my chest. So I'm glad my sister listened to me vent. You gotta let that stuff out, you know, let it out. And now I have to refocus and regroup, because I don't know about you, but I know myself better than anyone else, and I don't like sitting in those deep, dark spaces. I'm glad they don't linger as long as they used to, and it's more like a 24, 48 hour thing, but I had to just get out of that, y'all. So, like I was saying, when I sat down, I did the video. It was very relaxing to sit there and do my makeup and actually talk to you guys. And, you know, I might seem boring, but just be myself, you know? And next thing I'm going to do is try to, like, really take time out to continue writing my book. And also next year, like towards February and March, me and my sisters are planning on, like, doing an event. So we're prepping and planning for that. And I'm just trying to prepare myself to open up different business opportunities for myself, because I have a business. It's not really making money, but it's just sitting there, and I don't want it to just sit there. I don't want the name to just sit there. I don't want it to just fizzle, you know, because I'm not making any use of it. So that's where I'm heading at now. Like, it's time for some shifting to be done. And I'm not saying that I'm fully going to be back, like, on YouTube or anything, but it's definitely a start. And, you know, like I said, taking these few days, it's definitely gonna be a start to try like sit down, sort out. I'm not really gonna like pay attention to bills and stuff, but just like sort out some bills, get that stuff, my calendar set aside for that, make sure that's squared away, and sit down and, you know, keep formatting my book, and, you know, just sit down and thinking about how I want my future to look, and hoping and praying that God will align it for me. That's how things have been for me. I've had so many attacks, y'all, in the midst of all of this. Like, seriously. But I'm in when it comes to me and the things that bother me, that's what challenges me now. The other attacks I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, the kids and their dad. I've had so many attacks come at me the last few months. Those don't bother me no more, though. Like, they really don't. They don't bother me no more. It's things that are within me, like attacks within me, and how I handle things is bothering me more so than that now. So I gotta get that under wraps. I don't really mind being transparent about some of the attacks that I've been through, but I just kind of feel like, you know, if I speak on it, it's just to be transparent, just to let people know that no, you're not the only person in a situation or have overcome a situation like mine that goes through things like this. But I don't want to bring any like life to it as in like a negative way, because it's just not worth it at this point. It's stupid. Like, so I don't know, maybe maybe I will talk about it in another video, but as of right now, this is what has really been going on with me, and it's time to regroup and refocus, y'all. So I'll talk to y'all later.